Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel for today's video. Thank you for tuning in, and if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all my future posts and see what the rest of us are talking about. I'd be glad to have you. As well as if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this beauty setting right here. So this is my jumbo size double flap Chanel bag in lambskin leather with silver hardware. I wanted to touch on some details and a little bit of history about this bag, seeing as though they've been around for a long time. They're very popular, they're very classy, they're very elegant, and as you can see, beautiful. Nonetheless, these bags are absolutely beautiful. It doesn't matter who carries them. It's such a fashion statement, to say the least. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into a little bit of details about this. So to start, they have a lot of sizes in these bags. They also come in single flap, the double flap, which I have here, all different kinds of colors, all different types of materials, whether it be caviar leather, lambskin leather. They've also done cloths. Chanel just released a see-through single flat bag, if I'm not mistaken. So they've got a lot of different styles to choose from, different sizes for everyone. They've got something to fit anybody's needs. But seeing as though I wanted a year-round classic dressy bag, I went with the really soft, shiny lambskin with silver hardware. Now, for those who don't know, the lambskin leather is very delicate. It's very easy to scratch, scuff. It's not good in the rain. So you have to baby this one, but all in all, because it goes with more than the caviar, in my opinion, it's worth it. Just to be a little bit more delicate with the bag. Now, this bag was purchased in 2015, so here we are 3 years later. I've had no problems with it whatsoever, although from consistent use, there has been just a tad bit of wear on that lambskin on the bottom corners. But that was expected for a piece that's going to be used, and with the leather being so delicate, which doesn't bother me. With regular maintenance, with conditioning and keeping it clean, it's been totally fine. But, so like I said, this is the double flap. They do come in single flap, which it would exclude the interior flap that covers the inside of the bag, which you can't really tell from the outside, although I like the extra security of both flaps, and it just gives it a little bit of extra character, I guess. So originally these bags were introduced February of 1955 by Coco Chanel. She liked the idea of the leather and the industrial looking chains because in the 50s that stuff was really popular in men's fashion. So she broke the mold, she introduced it into the women's fashion world, and lo and behold, today, 2018, these bags are still as timeless as they were then. Although they have been altered and changed a little bit and been updated to keep up with the times, they still have the same structure and the same silhouette and that classic diamond print. So, for what has changed, in the 1980s, when Karl Lagerfeld first became the fashion director of Chanel, he introduced the leather lining within this chain, and he also introduced the interlocking C lock on the front of the bag. On Coco's original, the Mademoiselle chain did not come with the leather, and it also did not have the C on the front of the bag, which obviously has been really popular because they still make it that way. It's still beautiful. I think it's like, it symbolizes Chanel, especially this style bag. When you see that interlocking C, you know exactly what kind of bag it is. And I think it's beautiful. It's really pretty to look at. This little knob right here twists fully 360 degrees to unlock and lock the bag, which I thought was pretty cool. And for those who did not know, the 255 Chanel bag that we see a lot is a reissue of the original bag that Coco Chanel came out with when she introduced these, which I thought was pretty cool. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into the bag and show some of the details so you can see the bottom, the sides, the interior. We'll touch on some of the pockets and give you a little bit of info about that. But nonetheless, this bag is absolutely gorgeous. It's timeless, and it is a fashion statement. Regardless if you like to carry it for yourself, you have to admit these bags are classy, they're elegant, and they're beautiful. But I wanted to start with the chain. You can see a lot of people carry these with the chain doubled, which would be perfect for the crook of your arm or to carry on your shoulder. As well as this bag, you can pull the chain through the grommets, and you also have a long shoulder strap, which makes it easier to access the bag a little bit more hands-free. And the chain does feel very soft. It feels very substantial. The leather detailing within the chain is absolutely beautiful. I think that was a nice touch. And then for the lock, you just twist that little knob and you open it up. Now, on the inside, this silver plate on the back of the lock has Chanel Paris engraved within it. Also has two little nail heads that hold that in. And as you can see, with the flap closed, all the diamonds and the stitching are supposed to be continuous and line up perfectly within the front angle and the back angle, as well as the sides and the bottom, which you'll get a good look at the symmetry when we start maneuvering this bag. So, for the really popular pocket on the inside of the exterior flap, there is a very small pocket right here. This was originally designed to hold Coco Chanel's love letters back in the day when she used this bag, kind of like a messenger bag. They don't really hold much, but I thought that was really cute. These pockets were simply designed to hold her love letters. But as you can see, the depth of the bag is about half the length of my finger. So it's not very deep at all, so it's not going to hold much. Maybe some cash, but I never really use it. I just thought it was really cool. As well as the back interior of the bag has another pocket. I tend to never use this just because it's kind of a hassle to move the entire flap. Open the bag up and reach down in the back of here, because these bags are so structured regardless of what kind of leather or material you go with. But the classic, it does have that beautiful burgundy interior, which I believe is lambskin as well. I may be wrong, don't quote me on that, but I'm just going off of the way it looks and the way it feels. So we have the love letter pocket here. We have the interior pocket in the back, which goes the same depth as the entire bag. And then you open the second, which this is the reason why this is the double flap, this interior right here. You lift that, and then you see the beautiful double stitched Chanel C's here. I think it's just gorgeous when you open this bag. The interior color, that burgundy, is so pretty. Let me see if I can adjust the lighting here to pick up on the stitching a little bit. But you can see the stitching here of the double C logo. The Chanel made in France stamped right above your little lipstick pocket right there, which if you did not know, that is what that's for. So perfect for your Chanel lipstick. Two interior pockets right there on the back. And then you have the entire compartment of the bag right here, which is also lined completely in the burgundy leather. It's just one large compartment, so it doesn't hold a whole lot, but it will carry your essentials that you need while you're out. And in the front of the bag, we also have another pocket, which is still the same depth as the others, the entire bag. It goes all the way to the bottom. It's not very thick, so it doesn't really hold a whole lot, but I do like the fact that you get multiple compartments to fill in. It kind of reminds me of the Louis Vuitton Pochette Matisse that has all those compartments that open up within one small body, but it's perfect. It holds everything that you need. So let's go ahead and pick this thing up so we can see the back and the bottom. Now the back of the bag does have a pocket, which I think may be perfect for your cell phone. I know they're making phones bigger and bigger and bigger these days, so not everybody's phone is going to fit in here. But for the iPhone users that have the plus size, it depends on the case, but my phone fits in this pocket perfectly. Although I don't tend to use it very often because I don't want the pocket to become stretched and any more bulky than it is, but it is there if you choose to use it, whether it be for your oil blotting sheets or a compact so you can get to your mirror quicker. Just something small and relatively slender in size would fit back here perfect. But as you can see, the stitching and the diamonds line up perfectly. And within the stitching, these diamonds are supposed to be bubbled, which I think is gorgeous. It helps give each one of those diamonds an extra little shine and detail. And then here is the bottom, which again, the diamonds line up perfectly. Oh, this bag is gorgeous. I just can't help it, you guys. Like, I still love this thing as much as the day that it was purchased. There's the sides. The diamonds are perfectly centered as well. Now, I don't know if the camera's going to pick up this detailing, but like I told you on the corners of this bag is a few years old and it has been used carefully, but the lambskin does start to show wear. But then again, it's kind of easy to condition this leather and kind of baby it and refresh it so it doesn't really show its age too much. But I wasn't really concerned about how this was going to hold up because I try to keep up with my leathers and how they're cared for. But I haven't had any issues out of this, even though it's delicate. And this chain, you guys, when I say substantial, this chain does not feel light at all. Like, it has weight to it. It is durable. It's very reflectant. All the silver is the exact same tone. It's all shiny. It's just really pretty. Anybody that sees these out in public, they know exactly what kind of bag that you're carrying. And I'm not saying that's the point that you purchase these bags, but that is, you know, you get what you pay for when it comes to the designer brand and their logo. The Chanel Interlocking C is just timeless. It's classic and it's well known all around the world. So I thought that was an awesome touch from Lagerfeld himself to change that lock into this style, which is still used today, and it's beautiful. And then this little button clasp right here also says Chanel Paris around the edging. There's the knob. It turns in a complete circle. It should be smooth. It should work excellent. No issues out of that as well. There's the C stitching. Now, what I will mention that we have this bag open again is the more you use this bag and the rougher you are on it, this delicate lambskin is going to ripple. It's going to wrinkle a little bit, especially here where you pull it open and you hold it open. And here as well. That is natural. It's going to happen. Leather is a soft material. It's not going to be flawless forever, especially when you use it. But the money you pay for these bags, I would suggest you use them because that's what they were purchased for. All your zippers should be really smooth. This little zipper that is attached to the love pocket, I've seen a lot of bags with the little chain and the double C logo on the end as like a little charm, I guess. These zippers are supposed to have a small little leather tab on it and nothing else. That's it. So that is a telltale sign of what you've got your hands on. But I got an excellent deal on this bag. It is phenomenal. It was worth the money spent. But I just wanted to show this off to you guys because I know there's a lot of reviews on Chanel pieces or unboxings, but I haven't really heard anybody go over some of the details about how these bags were introduced, what's been changed over the years. But these do have a lot of names like we talked about before. They come in single flap, double flap. They do have the 255 reissue, which is based off of the original that Coco designed. They have minis. This is the jumbo. They make maxi, which is even bigger, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. Like, it's a huge bag and it's beautiful. But yeah, this was just an up close and personal look at my double flap, which I think is gorgeous. I can't say that enough. Like, if you're on the market for a Chanel handbag, definitely check these out because they're perfect for special events. They're perfect for fancy dinners. They're perfect if you want to feel a little bit fancy, but all in all, I mean, if you wanted to throw this bag with a cute pair of denim and some white chucks and a white t-shirt and it just be a casual bag, it definitely can be. As well as when you stretch this chain out from its, you know, the double chain, you elongate it to the single. Depending on your stature, if you're petite, you could use this as a crossbody as well. So it goes perfect as a shoulder bag in the crook of your arm or even a crossbody like a messenger style bag. So it is versatile, which I do like. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase this bag because it is gorgeous. I wanted to put my own spin on it, give you all a few touches of history about this bag because it's been around a really long time. But if there's anything that I did not cover, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below for me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and I will chat with you all in the next one. Thank you for tuning in, guys, and I will be thinking about what to do next for the next video. I wanted to showcase some Chanel because we've talked about Louis Vuitton plenty. So here she is. She is gorgeous. But yeah, if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them below. If you want to get in contact with me directly, my email is listed in the description box as well. And don't forget to head over to Instagram and follow and check out what's going on a daily basis. That's pretty much my way of keeping in touch with everybody regularly. So, with that being said, I'm going to close this video out, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.